can't go back there for now. Hello there, people who have access to the internet who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer. And I made a mistake. I forgot to walk down into this room with the giant trash orb on my head. I was thinking, don't forget to do this, and then I got wrapped up in just, talking and whatever as I was, approaching that, the old classroom and got all the stuff that I forgot to come down here. Anyway, if you do, Alphys and Toriel will be talking. Alphys will be here, Toriel will be over here, and they'll be talking about you, and Toriel will be like, how is Chris doing? And Alphys will look up and see you balancing the trash orb, and she'll say, they're normal, and if you call Toriel at that time, you will tell Toriel that you are normal. Anyway, it's an orange. It's unknown if it's safe for teachers to eat this. Weird. Throne of the Gods grows higher. Is this hubris? What happened to the structure? Anyway, before we go to our, main story, quote unquote, objective, the buff embracing heroes are now edited to be 4 inches apart. There's dialogue about proper distancing at school dances. Yeah. Anyway, before we head to the library as well. Chris, you are going to do your project? Oh, are you calling to ask for my help? I will go find our homemade scented glue sticks. Oh, you have a partner this time? Chris, that's wonderful. I hope they like butterscotch scented glue sticks. Are we gonna tell her? Chris, do not worry about going to the library. If Bert... I will come over and throw a smoke bomb so you can escape. Right, but, are they not going to talk about, what do you want to call it? How, Chris, I don't think we ever heard Toriel mention library before do not worry about, in the first dialogue conversation. Anyway, here's Undyne. Damn, I was just directing traffic as normal when a little dog drove one of those toy cars into the middle of the street and started doing donuts. In the chaos, all the cars in town got jammed up. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but ordinary citizens like you gotta get out of here. I've got some heavy lifting to do. I don't know how to make Undyne and Susie's voices different. Since Undyne is playing a minor role right now, I don't know if it's that big a deal. Love snails, could today be any better? I can't help but feel a sense of pride. Heard a dog was doing donuts, so I sped over here, but I just learned donuts is actually the name of a special attack for cars. There it is. Metal Crusher. Anyway, so yeah, traffic jam forcing us to go into the library. Alright, we're here. School goddamn project. Books. Goddamn crazy about them. Hey, Chris, where the hell is everybody? Something seems kinda off. Screw it, let's just go play space pinball in the computer lab. Oh, notably, when we were outside just now, I felt like it was brighter than when we were outside yesterday, quote unquote, in chapter 1. Because yesterday was at sunset versus today seems like we get out of school earlier than sunset, which would explain how yesterday Toriel was waiting for over half an hour. And it will explain some future events too. Huh? It's like the inside of the closet? But I hope we get more times where we get to explore outside the dark worlds during the day. That'd be nice. Anyway, Chris, you don't think this could be another dark world? Well, guess this means we can't start our project. Unless, Chris, if there's a dark fountain in there, you can seal it, and it'll turn back into the computer lab, right? So what's it gonna be, Chris? Let's go! Yeah, let's just drop the act. Our last adventure was great, right? I couldn't stop thinking about having another. I don't know what's in there, but We can't live if we don't find out, right? Come on, Chris. Alright. Cool anime transformation sequence number 2. What? And stars flying out of our pocket. Alright. This is new. Okay. Looking at items now, we're missing a rules. Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! Rules jumped out of your pocket! How dad-crobatic! Lesser. Sure, Lancer. Anyway. We're still a bed inspector in a dark night. I guess I'm lucky that I'm not at that point of the... Oh, I maybe could have come here the last episode, but it's whatever. Let's make a save. Alright. The wires. The wires! Alright, just avoid the wires. It's not that hard to do. Everyone was what? Everyone else has been... Save us. She's going to... Somebody help me. Somebody, please. Susie? Cool that you're here, just... Wait, get out of here before it's too late. Noelle! Alright. I've been waiting to voice this character. Hell of a study session! Who the hell are you? I am known as serial number Q5U4EX7YY2E9N. But you foolish children may call me... Queen. Like we're gonna call you Queen. Q5U37... Queen. Well, look, Queen, we're not children. Teens are merely big children, and adults are even bigger children. Doesn't that make you a child too, then? No, I am a computer. Smart. Computer? Well, thank you for the stimuli, but I must leave now. Goodbye. Wait, why'd you capture Noelle? I would have captured you too, but I ran out of cages. Why the capturing? So that she may become my willing peon in my quest for world domination. Also, maybe I will make her face into a robot one. What? Why? Seems cool. Well, forget it, dude. Nobody's turning anyone's face into a robot. Could that be a state of animus dissension? Huh? You want to fight, loser? Yes already, yes! Oh, then bye. Wait! Wait a goddamn second! I have no time for such frivolities, and will kick your ass. But perhaps someone else could entertain you. Enjoy your simulation. Alright, here we are, we're back again. Oh, I can use ZL as another A button. But not ZR as another B button. Weird. Anyway, WereWire, let's check. Controlled by the Queen's wires, it's sleepwalking through a nightmare. Alright. So, already, these guys, I think, are cooler, and I think this chapter has cooler enemies than Chapter 1. I hope that's not a controversial statement to say that I think it has cooler enemies than Chapter 1. I also think it has a cooler aesthetic of computer than Chapter 1, which has more of like a traditional fantasy board game aesthetic thing going on. You know. Of course, this is coming from somebody who chose Pokemon Violet, you know, so like, of course it makes sense that I have a fascination with computers and robots and stuff more than like anything else. Actually, that's not true. I like various aspects, but I just think I like bright colors, and that's what the internet is, you know? Versus Chapter 1 was a lot of red and black because of the card theming, you know? This chapter is nice because it immediately starts off with green, you know, tiles and a green border, which green is my favorite color, you know? So I like the aesthetic of just chapter just a little bit more. And I'm actually a little worried. Like, you know, I was amazed, you know, and I was super excited to have a green landscape, you know, compared to chapter 1 when I first played this. But now it's got me a little worried that chapters, upon seeing some of the trailer footage for chapters 3 and 4, that it's got me a little worried about potentially chapters 3 and 4 not being as flashy or colorful as chapter 2 is. And that's a little worrying just because I think chapter 2 is my favorite because it's a bit more flashy and colorful. I'm sure I'm still going to enjoy 3 and 4, but just a thought that I was having as we were fighting our first enemies here. Anyway, phew, nice to see fighting. Nice fighting again after so long. Now let's go catch up to Queen. Or not. Huh, they calmed down. I just used my pacify spell to put them into sleep mode. Ralsei, you're here. I felt a dark presence and hurried over. This line right here is the source of a lot of controversy in the theory side of the fandom. So yeah, this is something that I can't really analyze right here and now, but I will say that I stand by the belief that this statement is not entirely true, and this is an case of an unreliable narrator, personally. That's my view on this statement, at least. It seems that a new dark fountain has appeared. Ralsei, they got Noelle. Damn, what was she thinking messing in our dark world? If we don't do something, she might be... Worry not, Susie. All we have to do is seal the fountain. Yeah! Can't be mad about another adventure, right? Come on, Chris. Alright. Let's go. Super excited. I love that little animation they do. I don't know. I have my thoughts on whether or not Ralsei is actually our third party member. Like, the game sets him up to be. But there's a lot about him that screams... You know, he's not a Lightner like us, you know, and we've seen other Lightners now enter the Dark World. And so it's just got me thinking, is Ralsei really our third party member, or will he be replaced by somebody else? On the other hand, I guess it's not exactly blue, red, and green. It's blue, purple, and green, but it still is close to RGB, you know. Although, I don't know. I think I'll table that discussion for now. You know, I feel like if Ralsei just had his hat on and it was still kind of shadowy, I wouldn't have these feelings of like, I don't like how he looks next to the other two, and that he's trying to pull off a Lightner look despite being a Darkner. Anyway, Greenfield extends before you, and in the distance, a city shines brightly. You are filled with the power of new adventure. Another interesting thing I noticed is that in this chapter, the save points say you're filled with the power of it, you know, insert thing here. But in chapter 1, they said the power of blank shines within you. And that's one of those, like, I'm surprised they didn't update that chapter 1 dialogue in between chapters, or at least write the chapter 2 dialogue differently. Because to me, that screams like... You know, I guess to me that just screams, like, inconsistency. Does the power... Oh, Ralsei can pacify, that's right. Well then, actually, more efficiently is Jiggle Jiggle, and then Susie spare this one, and Ralsei pacify the bottom one, right? There we go. Oh, and you'll notice we need to get only 2 more of those to recruit them to our town. Anyway... So what was I saying? I cannot remember. Who's still missing good defense? Let me just untangle this. What does Susie have to say about it? Oops, it's tangled. They just both basically say it's tangled. It's basically a dice brace, but later in the chapter I think we're able to buy more of those, versus we can't buy the dice brace. Anyway... So, anything down here? Just queen rules. I like exploring every end of every pathway to double check and make sure I'm not missing anything. Anyway, teacups. As I'm playing this, I'm just noticing some game design things, you know, level design, I guess, more specifically, that this chapter does really well. Introducing the teacups as a gameplay mechanic, like, right at the start, and then building on it, you know, is one of those. Anyway, made it through. Oh, Chris, it's a free editable cyberpedia. I'll add an entry, not to be confused with it's edible, you know, it's editable. Anyway, let's read it. From now on, defeating enemies with violence will make them lost. Lost enemies cannot become recruits ever again, but the bonds you break may make you stronger. Basically, from now on, if you defeat enemies with violence, you'll see your HP go up a little bit each time. Article about... yeah. From now on, Ralsei drools... Ralsei is misspelled, meaning that other people can't see how Ralsei is spelled. But this also gives us a hint into how his name is pronounced. It's pronounced Ralsei. Or Ralsei? Ralsei. Versus Ralsei. Because otherwise, why would it be spelled Ralsei? Anyway, from now on, Ralsei drools, Susie rules. I don't remember writing that. Yeah, you did. Anyway, let's head up over this way to this simple puzzle. Chris, I think you should handle this puzzle. Oh, Chris, it's a spelling challenge. Isn't that N-I-C-E? Nah, more like they're F-U-N. G-O-O-D-L-U-L... G-O-O-D-L-U-C-K-K... G-O-O-D-L-U-C-K-K-R-I-S. Gooducris? Yeah, I see letters. I basically check out. Always been annoying how much your hair smells like apples. Never been easy not taking a bite in class. Anyway. Simple puzzle. But, yeah, so from now on, defeating enemies grants you a bit of HP each time you defeat them with violence, versus recruiting them, which brings them back to their town. Looks like you got past Newbert's force field. Newbert doesn't know how that force field got there, but it's Newbert's force field. As a prize, have Newbert's treasure. Newbert doesn't know what's inside, but Newbert will give it to you. Okay. We got Fiber Scarf. Wait, then what did Ralsei have before? Dainty Scarf. Oh, okay. Fiber Scarf is the same magic, but instead of fluffiness up, it's no ability and more attack. So it's just better. Oh, my first static key. Does it change your thing? If I were to re-equip Dainty Scarf, would you become a fluffy prince? No. Okay. Anyway. Newbert, what do you have to say now? That's Newbert's treasure. Remember, you're just borrowing it. Forever. Sure, Newbert. So yeah, defeating enemies increases your HP a little bit from now on each time you do. Recently, something called Internet is having an outage. Some say it was the secret to Queen's know-how. Since then, it seems like she's become quite extreme. I'm really only interested in cute digital cats. I don't think the Internet has anything to do with that. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, I was commenting on something other than game mechanic stuff, just about, like, Ralsei as a character. I don't know. It's not worth trying to re-bring up. Anyway, Lightners, I haven't seen many of you recently. If you didn't know, an evil ruler is taking over this world. I don't really like politics, so I have no opinion on this. We will have no choice but to cross swords. I hate to break it to you, but politics, like, you should have an interest in politics, or at least be mindful of what policies and ticks are being made, you know? Like, Tess, the stray cat is in need of some management. Mostly because, you know, politics kind of affects everything in your life, whether you like it or not. And I don't like it, but, you know. Let's do soft voice. And try to spare. Mostly talked in a soft voice to the enemies. There, it's okay, little kitty. Isn't that just how he normally talks? Alright. Another thing I find weird is why do we have to specifically spare the enemies? Like, I get from a gameplay reason, but if they don't want to fight us already, why are we sparing them, you know? One of those questions. Anyway, we're starting to earn a lot more money starting in this chapter. Probably because Toby Fox chose to scale the chapters based on, like, money and healing per item. Which makes sense, to make it so that you feel like you're getting stronger despite you basically having the same options as before. That's how video game mechanics work. Anyway, Noelle, honey, become my willing peon and I will free you. All you have to do is hit yes on the peon release form. I'm scared. Oh, have you never signed a form before? No, it's everything else that's scary. Please abort your sadness protocol. I told you being a peon will be cool. Noelle! Susie? Chris? Don't worry, we won't let your face get roboticized. That's something they're going to do? Whoops, thought, you knew that. Oh dear, that was supposed to be a surprise. Oh well. Wait! It is quite troubling. A peon must be willing to assist me in world domination. If only she had fellow peons to encourage her. So, like, you guys? Hey, are you, like, doing anything right now? We aren't going to help you. Understood. Mind-changing protocol necessitated. A giant arcade game? I shall humiliate you at a simple children's diversion. With your self-esteem eradicated, there will be no choice but to serve me. The hell? I've never played this one before. But Chris is quite good at games, aren't they? Oh yeah, Chris, forgot you were a nerd. Show her. We cannot leave. Okay. Oh, Chris, congratulations on losing horribly. I advanced my internal clock to when I've already won. Also, happy birthday, Susie. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Did you notice you have been served? Your giant arcade machine is going to get cold. Sure. Chris, I bet you're very good at games, aren't you? Gaming, unfortunately, is my life. Wow, Chris, your passion is amazing. That was the most monotone response I've heard in my life. Do your best, Chris. I'll be cheering you with my magic pom-poms. We got this, Chris. We're the good guys, right? All we have to do is figure out some way to cheat. Got it. Well, she's distracted. I'll reach in the bottom and try to steal a free cola. Cola machine not equals arcade game. Then why does it take quarters? Fair. You tried to use the arcade machine. You weren't tall or strong enough to use the controls. Self-esteem eradication complete. Running a laughing protocol. It's okay, Chris. I'm short too. Chris, wait, I have an idea. Chris, if we can combine our powers, then... Look, I'll show you what I've been practicing. Magical stool form R! Now we're talking. Alright, Chris, leave it to me. Put your arms out. Power Beast Form S. Move your arms and I'll move them with you. Let's go. Incredible. Your transformation is combining all your weak points. Self-esteem crushing efficiency 300% and rising. Commence virtual combat. All right. Virtual combat is commenced. Okay. It's basically Punch-Out, but at the same time, it's kind of not. Okay. This is really easy. They want to teach you duck and hit it. Okay. Is it easier to hit... Oh, well, she's already defeated, so not much I can do. Thought you could beat us? Oh my, that was actually quite amusing. You life forms have exceeded my expectations. I will offer you a new exceedingly benevolent compromise. Assimilate into my cyber army, and there's only a 50% chance I will reprogram your face. Please select your choice. Perish in the chill of absolute destruction, or flourish under the warm bosom of my hellish reign. When I first played this, I guess I would have been informed, but I didn't know what bosom meant. When I first played this, I'd never heard that term used before. And also I was super set on, I gotta resist the chapter boss and be the good guy, so I chose Perish, and I'm gonna choose Perish again. But, like, if I had selected bosom, I would have then been informed what it meant. But another thing is, I think I actually misread it as blossom. Like, blossom under my hellish reign, you know, like growing. And so that's another reason. So I'm like, I'd rather see what she has to say if we just defy her, you know, and perish. So, the hell did you say that so enthusiastically? Queen, aren't there any other options? Yes, you can also mega perish. Yeah, no. Perishing bites. You could say it. Megabytes. Would you get out of here already? Understood. Preference settings set to perish. Come on, let's go after her. Looks like the gamer's paradise has become a gamer's hell. Game is wrecked. You're filled with the power of video game violence. Great power to have. I want to go back to the city, but the way is blocked. I'm no country boy. Let me out of Cyberfield. Yo. Wait. Yo. It's hard work being Queen's minion, isn't it? Why don't you take a break and grab a snack? Ultra seedy bagels, only $400 each. Don't buy. Huh? Come on, you can't survive off the air she breathes. Believe me, I've tried. What? I heard there's a rebel team resisting Queen. So far all I found are overpriced bagels. Wanna buy a bagel? Only $80. KK, no, it's 400. Got it. Wanna buy 400 bagels? Only $80. Your voice is currently similar to Lancer. You were crushed under the weight of 400 bagels and defeated instantly. Oh no. Not really. You just can't carry that many. Okay. I don't really feel like I need them. Can I have one too? You're selling them. Alright. We'll do buy one bagel. I don't need to fill up fully. I can just... Yeah, I am worried that his voice is a little similar to Lancer's. I'm the hacker. I'm going after the blue checks marks. Find 3 in the cyber field and ahead and I'll join your city. You just look like the kind of folks who have a cool city. Okay. We got a side quest. Find 3 blue checks marks. Stupid. Cat. Okay. Couple tasks. Tasks crossed your path. So we know that soft voice is 100% instantly. I could have done Susie's thing, but I don't feel like it's as good. Anyway. Just have to dodge the, thing. Anyway. Here we are, treasure chest. Another glow wrist. So, if I didn't already have dice brace or white ribbon, I guess glow wrist would have been cool, but as it stands, it's not really needed. It seems to be stuck. Makes sense. Alright. Oh, I didn't realize I was even walking above you. Viro-Kun floated in. Let's start by checking. The sick virus needs affordable healthcare. Don't let this bug ya. Funny. Anyway, what was I saying? Something... Oh yeah, KK. I'm just a little worried that... I guess if you're a virus, that makes sense. Everyone treated the enemy with tender, loving care. All the enemies felt great. it's nice that they have the outfits, but, like, it's also not nice that, like, the outfits don't appear for, like, there isn't a unique outfit for every enemy, and also, we don't get to see that outfit on any enemy except for Vero-Kun, you know? So it's just a little weird, in my opinion. Wait, is this another puzzle? You do it. So yeah, I'm just a little worried that KK is close to Lancer. Next time we see him, I'm definitely gonna try and re-voice him, so to speak. The hell is that, a driver's license number? Can we use it and drive your mom's car? Maybe we could make your mom's car cooler first. I'm thinking, like, purple with flames. Oh, that's clever, Toby. Chris, we'll stand here and so you can spell freely. Chris, spell a swear. I don't think they can with these letters. Oh. Wait, you checked? Chris, do your best. Chris, please spell some nice words. Okay. Just double checking that I didn't accidentally mess it up. You typed, agree to all. Thank you for agreeing to this peon release form. Now you are all legally my minions, and I can use your likenesses for funny statues. What if we just don't do what you say? In that case, I would be forced to use another guy, probably. Better get started on that then. Okay, but I'm still going to use your likenesses. Alright. We could deal with that now, but I don't feel like it. Anyway. Good luck figuring out which ride to take. This right ride is the right one. I guess making it a little less bouncy than Lancer. Like, same register, but more like, teethy, I guess, as opposed to Lancer, which I put a lot more, like, fluctuation and bounce into, I guess. Okay. Perhaps this isn't a real word, Chris. Yeah, it is. It's Icy's catchphrase. Huh? What's its meaning, then? I don't know. He just rolls his eyes up, froths his mouth, and says it. Or maybe that's just the muscly guy at the store. I had to try so hard to suppress laughter there. Chris, this looks like a strange word, but even if it's not real, you can still have fun, right? It would be funny if the puzzle, like, is actually missing the one letter you actually need. Like to see Birdly try and solve that. Hey, Chris, pretty sure you don't have to do this. I technically don't. Especially since I already know this stuff. But there we go. So, anyway, I stand Icy cryptid creepypasta theory. If you don't know what that is, you know, I'm pretty sure the person who posted the video that I got that from is Half-Bred Chaos, I think is their name. I'm bad with names, but I'm pretty sure that's who made the original video that, like, I got my information on the theory from. And I fully believe that theory. Anyway, oh, we now have all the blue check marks, so I guess we'll have to go back there and do that soon. But for now, oh, if you miss a single purple thing, these teacup rides don't let you up. So just keep that in mind, I guess. All right. Little section. I don't really know what the purpose of this is. Just quick minigame type thing. Alright. Dead end. Alright, what's the deal, twerp? Who's a twerp? The name's Sweet. Oh, like sweet? Oh, like sweets? Don't tell me you haven't heard of the Sweet Cap'n Cakes. Doesn't ring a bell. Guess our act's still a bit underground. Sweet Cap'n Cakes. Not only are we Cyberfield's best musical trio, We're also the last resistance against the big bad queen and all her crew. And that starts with resisting you. What? We're fighting Queen too. Nuh-uh-uh. Captain saw you help her kidnap some girl. Hey, Cap. We won't let anyone lay a finger on mademoiselles. Except us. That's not the point, Captain. It's like half the point. 60%. 55. We're rebels, not players. We're rebels that play. We don't play. That's it. KK, get over here. KK, are we players? I'm a CD player. Great joke. No notes. Wait, they're getting away. Sweet, chill. There'll be other bad guys. No, this is our chance. Are you ready? Let's fight. KK? Yeah? Play some battle music. Okay. Sweet Captain Cakes, block your way. Sweet, we're gonna dance. The energetic one looks up to KK. Okay. So Sweet is the energetic one. I don't usually check these guys whenever I play. KK. The silly one looks up to the other two. Okay. So Sweet's energetic, KK's silly. Ow. And then Cap'n, the smooth one, looks up to KK. I guess that makes sense. Like smooth, boasting, maybe like music type, as well as like being a smooth player, so to speak. Anyway, we'll dance X. Everyone dance with Sweet. They're totally lost in the groove. Hey, I love this song. Alright. So, it might also have to do with their actual, like, inspirations. Because KK, clearly is a CD player. Like a boombox type CD player. Sweet looks like a standard, like, speaker type thing. But I'm not sure what, Cap'n is. Oh, Sweet snapped out of the dance. Just keep trying to dance. Okay. I don't know. Like, every time I look at, Cap'n, I feel like I remember what he is, or, like, I know what he is, but then, like, I can't put it into words, you know? Maybe if you keep dancing? So, yeah, as you may or may not have noticed, we're not really doing so hot in terms of being able to get them all to dance. Hey, is this really working? Maybe if maybe if we tried ballroom dancing instead? Hey, why the hell do we need Chris to act? Because that's Chris's unique talent, so... You think I'm too stupid to dance by myself? Susie learned S action. She can now act from her magic menu. So, Susie, I don't think you should... Happy feet, dumbass! Susie made Rousey learn R action, even though he didn't want to. I'm sorry, Chris. Now, we can dance with all of them. What happens if we dance with... Alright. Does it change who they show up with in this? Right here. So Chris is Sweet. No, it doesn't. It just... This is a pre-made cutscene. They don't swap it out based on who you dance with, it looks like. But that's fine. This cutscene was so cool. First time through. I mean, it still kind of is, but you know. It's an interesting cutscene. For our first, like, mid-boss of the chapter. I guess these guys... I would relate these guys a lot to K-Round from the last chapter. Because... K-Round, you are forced to, even if you defeat enemies with violence most of the time, you're forced to act against K-Round to defeat it. And similarly, against these guys, you're forced to act because they specifically teach you the actions from the magic menus for the other two. Feel the beat, watch my moves, dance, dance! Hey losers, wrap it up, battle's over. Over? In other type words, we lost. Does that mean we can be friends? KK, no. Fighting's not really my style anyways. Yeah, because you're a coward. I mean, it was fun dancing, but... Sweet, don't worry. I think our dancing beat them. Beat them? Yeah, all mercy like. See, when we dance with them, it convinced them we're cool. Now they're on our side? Yes. Hey, you three, welcome to the good side. We are the good side. Just go with it, Susie. Let's rendezvous at our junk shop. We jammed the door shut, but we'll kick it open. Alright, everyone, let's go. I don't know. I find those three really hard to voice. So I just decided on low, medium, and high pitch with computer-esque mouth sound effect. Anyway. Little mirroring of the opening section of the chapter. So thoughts on it. This fight comes right at the time when I was starting to feel like it was a little bit weird that if I want to act, I have to do it on Chris's turn, but that means Chris can never be the healer or do anything else interesting with their turn. They always have to act, and it sometimes eats up Susie and Ralsei's turn when I would rather it didn't. But, this fight comes in, and now Susie and Ralsei have actions that they can perform. They only get one distinct action per enemy type, but it's still enough to where now Chris can, do stuff other than maybe acting, or can do more of their solo acts, because otherwise sometimes it feels like I would rather do Chris's action, but in doing so, I don't get a chance to use Susie to act, Anyway. You found 3 check marks. Elite, I will now live in your city. Maybe our cyber paths will cyber cross once more in Queen's Mansion. In the meantime, let me show you the power of the blue check marks. Alright. The power is... fireworks. I just wanted to make a cool demo scene for you. Now that I finished this, I can show up all sorts of places. Alright, fair enough. Anything interesting? Wade City, I'll stay there. Okay. Basically nothing dialogue. Heard this unamused assuming Sora is the rebel base, but I realized I don't really know how I would help them. Fair enough. Crash, boom, bang! There's terrific noise coming from the building nearby. You're filled with the power of noise music. Alright. Before anything else, we have enough of those, but we can now buy a Mecha Saber and an Auto Axe. Okay. And now, we can talk. I'm Sweet. The ladies call me Cap'n. KK! We used to work the sound in this town, until Queen came around. KK is short for cakes. She made music against the law, unless you make a song she likes, but the only junk she enjoys. Are reverse diss tracks where the vocalists put themselves down and praise Queen, or noise music. But even if Queenie tries to put a limiter on us, you can't stop the music. Hear that? We'll just go underground. Crash, boom, bang! That's why we made this junk shop. We'll fund our musical rebellion. Can we make noise music too? Alright. Performance. What, wanna see what we got? Yo, can you handle this? Hold on to your antennas. Alright. Yo, how was that? Did you get rocked? All our songs are only 4 seconds long. Queen wasn't always so harsh. No, she was. She just got worse somehow. It wasn't till that dark fountain showed up that she started going into overdrive. Night this, night that, fountain that. Like, what does that night even have that going for it that I don't? Come on. But like I said, she wasn't always so bad. She used to give me sweets for being so sweet. Huh? I never got candy. You kept calling her a hot mama, Cap. Yeah, is that wrong? She looks like a mom and tends to overheat. KK, help me out here. KK, what do you think? Huh? Me? I like candy. Yeah, you're right, KK. We gotta focus on what's important. If the band fights, we'll get out of tune. Anyone have any lemon drops? Our main gig is making scrap into machines. Our clients are sometimes a bit off-key, though. They smell off-key, too. Like some little weird guy. He wanted us to sneak into Queen's mansion. We're just rebels. We don't want to get in trouble. But recently, we got a real high-class client. A man of taste. He had a way with words. I couldn't even understand him. Now all we gotta do is follow the blueprints, right? It'll be our big-time break. Yeah, haha, it's gonna break apart big time. Well, cool enough. See ya, smell ya, hear ya. Alright. I'll make another save. We're only at 45 minutes, so I guess I can afford to head over this way. Alright. All my friends turned into werewires, but it's no big deal. I've been on Queen's side since the beginning, so I'm safe. Alright then. More werewires. Smorgasbord 2. Huh. Let's try Take Care X. It does 50% to the other guys. Okay. So then... Ow. Now... I'll do petting with Chris. I'll have Susie spare Vera Vito-kun. And I'll have Ralsei pacify the thing. Werewire. And that just leaves the cat, who thanks to petting is now... Task, I guess, more accurately. Is now able to be spared. Cool. That's all the tasks we need recruited. Anyway, very important chest. You get the tension bit. It's added to your items. I think that's a very important treasure chest, as that's the only tension bit at this point in the game. CD bagels are better than Dark Burger, but not as good for storage space. Anyway, this raises TP by 32% in battle. Oh, I need to equip the new weapons. Mecha Saber. The blade extends when you press the hilt. Cha-chick. What does Susie have to say about the Mecha Saber? Chick-chick. Nah. What do you have to say? You look cool holding it, Chris. Is this a good idea? No, it's not. Auto axe. Make sure to charge it by plugging it into the wall. It's a bad idea. So, chainsaw noises. So it's kind of implied that all of Chris's sword weapons are pencils, because the Mecha Saber is basically, you know, a mechanical pencil, and Susie's weapons all are implied to be combs, as she has the mane axe. It's formed from the mane of a dragon, which sounds like hair, you know, so a comb. And then the Brave Axe is just kind of a different type of comb. We don't really get to see in the overworld versus Chris. We see the Halloween pencil in the overworld if you get the spooky sword. But the auto axe is then implied to be like an auto trimmer, you know, or comb, or, you know, I guess maybe not a comb, but maybe like a trimmer, you know, right? Anyway, so the tension bit's important, and yeah, being on her side from the beginning was not enough. Sorry. Anyway, now we just have to avoid these projectiles and get the chest, which has a revivement. I don't really need that right now, but I guess my other two ones are in my inventory, so it's not a bad idea to have. Anyway, just hit the key and you're good. Yeah, this inventory isn't bad. I definitely want to put my tension bit in storage as soon as possible, though. Anyway, here we go. Okay. I believe you can come back here later if you mess this up, but just for the sake of time, I recommend making sure you get all the purple up arrows now, because when you get them all, you get Ragger 2. Which is obviously a weapon for Ralsei. What do you have to say about it, Susie? This is Ralsei's deal. Okay. So this would decrease our magic, but give us prickly, like Ragger. It's basically even more attack. I'm a prickly prince. Still just dark prince, though. Okay. Well, I'm going back to Fiber Scarf because it is better magic. You know. But it's nice to have Ragger 2. It could be used in Fusion later. I don't know. Anyway, let's just keep going for now. We're almost at an hour in the episode, but I think we have time for one more thing. Hey, what the hell are these things? Looks like if we raid them, they might bring us over to the fountain. Really? Then let's get on. So Susie was mentioning purple with flames for your mom's car earlier. Well, there it is. I like all their little roller coasters. The other thing is, with these roller coasters in the light world, I don't know if it's ever been confirmed, but my thought is that these are meant to be like the wires actually connecting all the like PCs and like, you know, keyboards and, you know, and monitors together, because we're traveling on them over 2 places. But that could be wrong. I don't know. It might just be an in Dark World roller coaster. Anyway, enough, you foolish children. I have been merciful to you thus far, but now it is time for your unwillful imprisonment capture. Drop the capturing capsules. You missed. That was not a miss, it was a technical calibration. So, are you gonna try it again? No, I only have like 4 cages. Okay, wait. I have a small plot twist for you. Come forward, my peon. Sorry, I just couldn't say no. Noelle? Hi, Susie, how are you? Okay, I guess. Your, roller coaster is, I like it. Yours too? Thanks. Kinda awkward. Okay, this isn't working. Bring in the next guy. Fear not, my beloved Noelle. This valiant warrior of brave intelligence will be your knight in glow-in-the-dark armor. Birdly? You asked Birdly to be on your team? I did not ask him. 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 That's Lord Birdly to you simpletons. And soon, Super Lord Birdly. The hell does that mean? I have no damn clue. Just go with it. You see, thanks to our wondrous queen, we will soon rule the world and turn this land of fools into a smartopia, a true scientocracy where the geniuses of the world can bathe freely in the pools of fresh fruit and ambrosia, no longer held back by protozoans like you. And the key to that is us, Noelle and I. Our power, the light nerd's power. You mean light nerds? No. Queen said light nerds. I actually did. Birdly, Queen's just manipulating you. That's what she said you'd say to me. I actually did. Now, Chris, I must admit I feel pity for you. Unlike Susie, I always saw some potential in you. Join our side and I might let you scrub our royal toilet. Let's not do that. Chris, I suppose I knew you would never amount to much. Well, if you're dead set on proving your inferiority, allow me to assist you. Alright. Birdly rides in. Let's check. We don't have to waste our turn checking anymore because Rousey and Susie can now action. Go! Use your roller coaster cars to play Bump of Chicken. Susie and Rousey will attempt to bump into Birdly's car. Okay. Chris, I get why you're getting in my way. You're jealous, aren't you? Sure. This is much easier if I use the B button to slow down my soul movement. Secret sign, but Queen is busy with a coloring book. Alright. Bump X is just better bump. It just maximizes instead of having to do all the menus for everyone. Chris, you're tired of being the class number 3, gazing distantly at Noelle and I's fruited figures. Wow, you only have that many A pluses? Man, I have way more than you. Anyway, Queen calls in sick, by the way. So rather than ever studying, you'd enlist Susie to take us down. Birdly has a halberd, and it is actually fairly dangerous. Okay, I need to heal. I could heal prayer, but I have stuff. that I want to use. Using Susie will bump into Birdly. Choco Diamond.
Chris, you are truly depraved, playing in the mud with the class hellion.
I'm still not super satisfied on Birdly's voice right now. What's next they have at home? Queen Nod, she has earbuds in.
But Chris, I am a kind and brave hero. If you come to our side, you may be a slightly less distant number 3. Slightly.
Right, okay. I love this boss fight. Well, I love, like, Birdly as... I guess, yeah, I love this boss fight. I love Birdly, like, as a boss and as, like, a rival-esque character.
What? My car is breaking? Fools, this is smart smoke. It means my car is getting stronger. Ha! Go ahead, bump me, you bumparians. I'll show you bumper cars is a game of intellect, not skill.
Like, I feel like Birdly's voice is getting a little too high up there and not quite, like, nerdy whining enough, you know? It looks sick. The one thing, though, is why do they have us fill out the mercy bar if we don't even have to spare him in the end and the battle just ends as soon as we max it? I don't know. I kind of like, why have the spare be a thing we have to do in other battles, you know, if boss enemies just instantly finish as soon as we fill up the mercy bar, you know? Anyway.
What? My coaster, it's... What? That's not fair! My queen, save me!
In a minute, dear. Hello, everyone. I have some news updates. You see, this roller coaster, it's not actually finished yet.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that we'll see what awaits for us next time. But for now, my name has been and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, 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 and always will be Pun Food, because it means pain.
Next time.